Nope, I'm back. That was weird. I had to reset my router. Alright, what was I doing? Right, heading north. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Alright, there's the save point. Now we do the cauldron.
Saving these for the trail.
Two of these things. Yeah, I'm back. The router went out. I just had to turn it off and turn it back on. Oh, god damn it. There's three of these things. Come here. Come here. The signal's strong. It's just weird that it went out at all. Just because it shut itself off. I know that the my internet provider's doing maintenance in the area. They mentioned that it might go down briefly.
That's got their attention.
Ah. And I got the trophy I needed for another quest.
Pain's drawing back.
Huh. This one has a shield. So I'm betting money that we're not able to actually get into this one. Unless there's another entrance that I am not aware of. So this is the, what, fourth cauldron I've been to? And they've all been for lack of a better word, simple to get inside. They're either just straight open the door and walk in, or the
Good for an
fourth
old
one that I
lady.
did was just there was a hole in the ground. It was a ravine with a bridge, and the bridge was out, and you just go down. That's how you get inside. I don't see how I do that with this one. I'm gonna jump up on this cliff and take a look around from up high, but I don't think that will change anything. But we will see in a second anyways. Aha! So this is why they put the watcher here, to make you come up here and then find the entrance to get inside.
Quick way
Nice.
down.
So, let's see what fun stuff this has. I'm guessing it's gonna be a bunch of scary machines. So far, they have like a, it's not a, I don't want to say an end boss in each of these, but they've, they progressively they put whatever creatures you're gonna control, they usually put whatever the hardest within that set of machines as the quote unquote bosses that you're gonna fight. So like in the very last one that I did, it put the snap maws, the crocodile looking guys, as the guy I had to defeat
I'll
on
tuck
top
that
of
away.
sawtooths. No, ravengers, which were both machines that I got to control afterwards. So and it was like that pretty much with the very first one, where it gave me bellows and sawtooth, and those were the two things that I got to control. So whatever this gives me, I'm sure it's going to be something of the same dealio, where I'm fighting those type of monsters at the same time. So I hope I have enough materials to continuously restock my inventory. Restock my inventory while I'm in here. I will on regular arrows. It's more my traps and specialty arrows that I'm more concerned about for that aspect. I've not found a good reason to use harvest arrows yet. Conceptually, they sound
Stocking up.
great for breaking off very specific pieces of armor. But other than that, they have not proved that great. Yeah, I managed to find a side entrance while I was looting a watcher. It was up on the cliff, so it ended up being a lot easier than I thought it was. Oh no! No! Oh, this is gonna suck so hard.
Damn.
Thank you, Demonase. Yeah, it came up shortly right after. It went back down. Alright. So, are we taking bets? Let's take bets on exactly how long we end up surviving. Because every time I fought one of these things... So, just an indicator. Look at all these nice little bits that it has here. So it's got dual laser cannons on its face, rocket launchers on its sides, the scanner thingy makes it so you can't hide, blast canisters inside of its belly, a tail that will destroy you, an annoying ass melee attack. I have absolutely no idea. And every time I fought one of these things, it's always been like in the middle of a ravine or something. So I know, with like, you know, me able to put like boulders and stuff between me and it. So I have no idea how the hell I'm gonna do this. Other than dumb luck. You know what? No. I know how I'm doing this. I know how I'm gonna get through this. Also, I think he's immune to lightning. And fire doesn't affect him very well. I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna throw down every type of trap I've got all over this arena, because it's not gonna be just him. Usually some kind of other side mob is gonna come out as well. Yeah, 10 minutes is usually how long it takes me to kill them. I don't feel very well with there being no with no cover. I have no cover. And I need that cover. Just gonna trap the whole freaking place. Trap the whole, ow. Whole freaking place. And tell him to come at me.
Just a matter of time.
Watch how much overkill this will end up being. That'll be the real funny part. So I'm sitting here concerned about how this is going to go, and then it's just going to fall over and die. Alright. That's about as good as it's going to get. So it's not that they have resistances, it's just that they're just not weak to it. So for instance, this guy, he's strong against electricity, so that's the reason why I'm not throwing down the shock traps, because his main, he essentially speaking, he won't be stunned by lightning like a good number of the machines are. He's got other pieces of his body that are weak to certain things, like those canisters on his back right there that have a metal covering, so I can't actually directly shoot them right now at this point. They're weak to fire. His little rocket launchers are weak to... they're called... the status effect is just called tear, and that's what the arrows can do. They do 25, this one does 75, this one's 57. This one's 94. I'm gonna end up using the tear blast arrows because they're 189 and they do like an AoE thing. Freeze, it's the same. I can freeze him, but it takes like 4 lobs of it rather than normally take like 2. I think he's got something on him that's actually weak to ice. So like if I was trying to break a specific component, his power cells, I think it's his tail. But I do have the rope caster, and I have not tried it against him yet. If it's as effective against him as it was the Thunderclaw, I'd probably be able to do this actually fairly easy. It completely depends on what mobs are going to come out with him, and we're going to find out right now exactly what that will be.
Uh-oh, someone's grumpy.
Running. So I got one of his mouth lasers. What's the second one right there? Take it. Whoop. This thing is awesome. Ow. I'm trapped. Get off me. Oh, is he dead? Oh, I killed him. Not so tough now. I only threw my entire inventory of traps at him. Let's see, let's look at all this stuff that I still have down on the ground. Really, here's what's different. I shot his blasters off, and in the past I never got to use them, the disc launchers, because I've always been sitting out behind the rocks because I didn't want to get eaten. Well, because I was so close to him this time, I got to pick up his droppable weapon, and I got to hit him with it, and it bounced and cleaves through the monster. So I was hitting them from one side, and it was going all the way through and hitting everything, including the weak point that opens up that I normally can't hit. And I put down so many traps, and he's running all over the place so much that he kept running into, like, all of them. So he ran into 4 of them. I put down 11 of these blast wire traps, and I restocked my inventory for full in case I needed to replenish them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I was expecting trash to come out of this store. And there's 4 left, so he ran into 8 of them. Just doing his regular runaround.
we go. Information to help me override more machines.
Alright. So we got Cauldron Zeta. We reached level 40,
So,
got an achievement.
Hephaestus is the source of the cauldron data intrusions? It's been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. Deadlier and deadlier year by year. Why? And what or who is Hephaestus? Another mystery to add to the list.
So I guess that was the last cauldron based on that comment. So that was the last cauldron, and that made it so that I believe we can now take over. Yep, we can take over the birds. Can't override those guys. So we can now control Thunderjaws and Stormbirds and Behemoths and Rockbreakers. So the only thing we can't control are Corruptors, which from a story standpoint that makes sense. Alright. Alright. So we'll head over to this. So back to the Collectathon. So now we're going to come over here. I'm going to get this fire pit, this fire pit, this fire pit, and then make our way down over to the big tall guy so that he can reveal the rest of the map. Get the last of the collectibles, and then it's pretty much nothing but quests, you know, from that point on. I know at some point I need to make one tiny detour for like 15 or 20-ish minutes to restock on Blaze. There's a spot back early in the game where there's like 7 of these giant antelope deer things that have 4 canisters per each of them, and you can kill like 8 of them every respawn.
Supposed to check in.
So we do that just because Blaze is pretty much the only resource we don't have a lot of.
Heat out here is more ancient than the old ones.
Alright, so got that save point. You know what? No. We're just going to head straight here to this metal flower. From right here. Alright. It's actually kind of hard to tell where that is. I should say how to get into
Look out
there.
below!
So let us go find out. I see that my stream just pixelated pretty heavily right there. I think the internet's still being a little wonky. Yeah, it looks like there's a ravine down south. put on frost armor for these guys. See. I need the canisters. Stop getting in the way of my arrows.
For later.
Ouch, I deserved that. See that crocodile until it goes again? The water. Am I going this way? Ouch.
It's down.
Pixelation's getting really annoying for the stream. I can barely tell what's going on. Let me find this flower, and then I'm gonna restart the stream, see if that fixes that. After I figure out where this metal flower is. Yeah, sometimes it's good, but it's gotten really bad in those last couple of minutes. pretty much anytime I move, which pretty much this game is pretty much all movement, so. I know it's not it could be the internet, but I just did a ping test a second ago and it's doing perfectly fine.
Keep that for later.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna restart the stream after I find this metal flower wherever it is. It cannot be this way. It has to be up here. Gotta be like up there. You know, knowing my luck, it's probably actually right here. Which means I gotta go back here and go up the road and down. Yeah. Yep, it's pretty much only... It's being okay when I'm not moving very fast. I'm looking forward to streaming on the PC instead, because it's a much better machine. Whereas this is a first generation PS4, so not getting a lot of out of it. You don't see anything?
It's on to me.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did. Need to get that PS5, and then hope that it plays some of my other PlayStation 4 games. Next game I'm doing is Divinity 2: Original Sin. So that'll be on my PC anyways. Once we finish this game. Okay. Oh, yep, I was right. Metal Flower's up here.
These are something special.
This was the Mark II-I, so this was, what, the 9th in set 2. Only got 3 more of these. We got 1 more Banuk figurine, 3 more ancient vessels, and 4 more discover points. Vantage points. Okay, so, real quick, I gotta turn off the stream, and then I'm gonna turn the stream back on. So I should only be gone for a couple of seconds.